Welcome back to the channel. I'm wearing my S197 shirt. I'll leave a link to these in the bio, or I'm not in the bio, in the description. Woo, I'm way off today. I love these. I have one of my New Edge and this my SN197. Anyways, today we're going to be talking about the 5 exterior mods. Well, it's going to have 6, but 5 exterior mods you should do to your SN197. This focuses on 11 to 14. So anyways, let's jump into it. So one of the first things I think you should do is the exhaust. That's why I have Kong over here running. Real quick, let me introduce Kong in case you don't know. Kong is a 2014 Shelby GT350. He's technically a Mustang GT Premium that was sent off to Shelby and made a Shelby GT350. So there's your answer to that. Some people will be like, oh, it's only a Mustang GT Premium. It's not. It's much more than that. I've got badges and everything for the Shelby in it. So anyways, they do exist. A lot of people didn't know that. So, but anyways, back into it. First thing is the exhaust. This is a Borla exhaust, and it sounds pretty good. This is just idling the cars up to temp. It's got the nice Shelby oval exhaust pipes. A lot of people have asked me about if I wanted to sell them, and I don't. I really love the way they fit in here, just perfect. The next thing we're going to talk about is tint. This is not very dark. I do apologize. Kong is dirty. I haven't washed him yet today. But the tint is a nice thing. This isn't too super dark. You can still see in the vehicle in the right sunlight. But it's going to help give you privacy. And it's also going to help to keep the car cool on the inside. With a black car, it's not going to make much of a difference. Both of mine, even though they're both tinted, get hot as crap sitting outside. The next thing we're going to move on to is wheels. These are a set of Boston VWS3s. They are a 3-piece wheel, if I remember right, a 2 or a 3-piece wheel. They're gunmetal in the middle, and then they have like a bronze or like a gold lip that's a custom add-on to it. They are a set of 20 inches, and they're wrapped in a Michelin Pilot Sport. Wheels just change the whole look of your car. It's a good way to personalize your car. And man, I love these on this car. You're like, why did they do gold with silver stripes? But there's actually gold stitching on the inside in the seats. So it really does tie in with that. So it's a nice little touch. Like, it's one of those things you have to see the car inside and outside to know. Overall, I'm happy with them. I think they look good as I'll get out. Look at that boutique. So the next thing I'm going to say is some kind of suspension. The Mustangs, they do sit a little bit higher up. They're not too bad. This one's not too bad, which is good for me because I do live on a gravel road. I like having it a little bit higher up, but not the stock ride height. Having some kind of lowering spring or even a better suspension is always a good thing to do. Granted, when you first buy a car, it's not necessarily the first thing you need to do. I like doing the little personal little touches like wheels and tint and stuff like that first. But suspension is definitely a nice thing to do. A lot of, especially the older Mustangs, the older SN197s, they sit very high up compared to the newer ones. The newer ones, Ford kind of got the hint and dropped them down just a little bit. And the last 2 things are on the back end. The number 1 thing I think any Mustang kind of looks funny without is some kind of spoiler. It just, having a tail, or, well, spoiler, tail, fin, whatever you want to call it, just gives it a better look. I feel like they're naked without them, and that's just my personal opinion. Personally, I like the bigger wings. I like this Shelby wing that they have on here. It's got a bigger over gap off the side. I like the same thing with Becky. Becky's got a big duck bill, like that as well. And Wiz has just a standard GT spoiler. Still isn't bad, but I just feel like they look naked without having them on the back end of the car. And last but not least, if you don't have a 13 or a 14, get a set of these taillights. I love these taillights. They look so good. They're so clean. I hate when I see a 13 or a 14 and somebody has put actual Ford GT lights in them, the little circular ones. I just think they look so tacky. I really love the 3-tier that Ford has kept throughout their Mustangs. It just looks good, especially the sequential. Oh, Love it. I had to put a set of sequentials in my new Edge. Oh. And I like how dark these are. They do have just a little bit of amber in them. And they're still nice and bright, but they still look really good with the black car itself. I mean, just look at that back end. Woo. Just beautiful. Anyways, you guys, what are some of the things you think that you think you should do first to any of your Mustangs, period? Honestly, first thing I think I'll probably always do is wheels and tires if the vehicle doesn't already have wheels and tires. It just changes the look of the car overall, and actually of any vehicle. You look at our truck, the way it was stock compared to how it is now, total night and day difference. Be like, that's not the same truck, even though it's just a set of wheels. The wheels aren't too expensive depending on what you go with, and it just, as I said, changes the whole look of the car. Devin bought a set of wheels for Becky, his S550, that we might actually try and see how they look on here. They are oh gosh, I can't remember the name of them. They start with an R. Are they Ronas or Ranas? Ronas? I think they're Ronas. They're still I think they're a 6-spoke wheel. A 6 or a 7. I think it'll look mean. But we're going to try them on just to try them on. I think Devin's wanting to try them on so he can take these for his car. Because Devin always wanted a set of Austin wheels. But we will see. Anyways, you guys, let me know in the comments what you think is the first thing you recommend doing to your car. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Hopefully it's as pretty where you are as it is here. Maybe not as hot, but as pretty would be good. Anyways, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Y'all hustle harder.